Yeah.
Okay, so Handbuff Death Knight right now is not the best deck out there for the last 3 days. It's sitting at 53% win rate, 1600 games, so definitely not horrible, but far from tier 1 or anything like that. It's an enjoyable deck, gives you a lot of stats. You can feel pretty good about some of the games because you're gonna have some pretty funny battleground numbers on the board. And yeah, it's basically a very, very value-heavy deck. You get to buff your hand into some obscene amounts. You also have some OTK potential with things like Darkhorn Quilter. And yeah, the cards are, we are running the somewhat new Lesser Spinal Spellstone. That's gonna give you +1 for the amount of corpses you have gained, not spent, just gained. So as long as minions die, this thing is gonna go for +1. A lot of the times you are gonna find yourself actually just straight up playing this for +1 instead of waiting for it to gain corpses. You just don't gain that many corpses, especially in the early turns, so a lot of times it's actually not the worst idea to just plop it on and feel okay about it. We have a Miracle Salesman, no-brainer 1-drop, pretty decent stuff. The Blood Tap is also gonna be giving you a good amount of hand buff. It is gonna require only 2 corpses to gain the second half. So a lot of times you are going to want the second half. Mining Casualties, pretty great corpse generator for you, and also helps you deal with a lot of early boards and whatnot. Shambling Zombie helps you summon extra idiots like that, especially if this thing becomes bigger. You're definitely going to be happy to spend the 5 corpses on it to summon a copy of it. Show Fallen Baron gives you a bunch of card draw. The Rainbow Seamstress, do we actually have one of each rune in this one? We do, so she is gonna have one of everything. The funny thing about the Seamstress is, yeah, she does have Lifesteal, Rush, and Reborn, but after you kill her, the second half is only gonna be a free one, nothing. Because the other effects are from the Battle Cry, so once it reborns, it comes back as a vanilla free one, do nothing. So don't expect this to be a 6 damage, 6 lifesteal kind of deal with Rush. It's just the first half is the big stuff, the second half is just an extra free one on the board, so still nothing that bad. The Toy Snatching Geist, depending on how big it gets, it's gonna give you some pretty discounted stuff. You can get pretty lucky with it, getting yourself extra things like Reska, extra Nerubians, a lot of extra stuff basically. Could be pretty cool. And you also get a Gigantify out of it, which is going to be an 8/8 straight up, which you can buff even further. So it can give you basically even 0 mana, very big men like that. We also have the Darkhorn Quilter. If you buff this guy big enough, he becomes a straight up win condition on its own. Like if you tempo this out being at 6 damage at some point, if it's a 6/10 and the opponent doesn't have a great spell to kill it with, they literally cannot stick a board against you because this thing is going to keep on spitting at the end of the turn, and it can be pretty destructive. We also have Ma and Pa in here, great corpse generator. If it actually sticks, it also spends some corpses so you can gain a bunch of health like that. Pretty powerful, healthy 2/8, which can become even bigger with all of the buffs you have. So it can be quite the force to be reckoned with. The Nerubium Swarm Guards become also obscenely big later on, so that can be huge. We also have a couple of Yelling Yodelers, and the main reason we have this in here is so you can double trigger the Amateur Puppeteer, more like the mini from the Amateur Puppeteer, because you're not going to have that much mana to work with. I mean, if this thing actually sticks on 5, you can just straight up Yodeler on it, but it usually gets killed, and after that you can just play the 1 mana Puppeteer and then Yodeler onto it, and that's going to be pretty huge. The Puppeteers are obviously pretty amazing in the deck. They give you basically +4/+4 as soon as they die. They are taunts, and they definitely speak to your game plan with this deck. Couple of Gnome Munchers that can become very big, and they can actually go face on an empty board, or if the opponent is the lowest health enemy, so that can be pretty powerful. All around pretty amazing minion, and also it heals you back to full health a lot of the time, so that can be huge. Speaking about healing back to full, Hollow Hound is also in here, which is another neighbor card. So Hollow Hound is one of the cards I told you should be weary about how you position your taunts especially. And this thing can also become obscenely big, sitting at 6 mana. It's gonna see a lot of buffs till it comes time for it to drop, so you basically heal back to full with it a lot of the times and clear the opponent's board. And lastly, we have Reska, so you can actually steal some nasty stuff like that. She can be pretty broken herself.
Yeah.
Matchup-wise, here's what the stats show. Amazingly not amazing stats, but these are just the really bad matchups, like Highlander decks are gonna be a problem for you because a lot of removal, a lot of Reno, all of that nonsense. For the last 30 days, do we have more stats? We kinda do. Apparently Paladins are not gonna be your friend, and same goes for Pain Warlock. They are not as popular anymore, but they're still out there. Mulligan-wise, here's what the stats show. Going first, apparently Ma and Pa are great. Definitely wouldn't hold on to Hollow Hound in most cases. Amateur Puppeteer feels a little bit too down the road for me, but it could be something, especially if you already have something like Miracle Salesman and Mining Casualties, which are both great. The lesser Spinel Spellstone, I wouldn't really keep it too much, honestly. It's a little bit of a bait to hold on to it. I'd probably try to play it later on when the hand is a bit bigger, but it is something to consider, I guess. Both of these are pretty premium. Reska, I wouldn't hold on to her. The Baron is fine. Nerubian Swarmguard could be good if you already have a decent curve. And the Rainbow Seamstress can also be a consideration, honestly, because she does do a decent amount of stuff in the early turns. The rest, probably not such a great idea. As for On the Coin, it's probably not much different. But here the Puppet Masters become a lot more keepable, honestly. Blood Tap, a little bit questionable, honestly, this early. The Chill Fallen Baron is fine, the Mining Casualties is fine, as well as the Salesman. The Quilter could be a consideration, but we're really not going to be able to buff him all that much in the early turns, so I don't know about that. The Seamstress still seems fine, and also Hollow Hound might be a consideration here, depending on the matchup. The Nerubian Swarmguard, I can see it being a keep in some cases as well, but the rest probably not so much. That's about it for the deck. Far from expensive, only a couple of legendaries, and they're both pretty good, pretty worth crafting, only a couple of epics. And yeah, pure and simple, feel-good deck with a lot of fundamental Hearthstone action to it. Okay, that's gonna be it for the guide. Let's jump into them games.
Yeah, and you said that this deck is not actually that good in your ranks, but I think it's because of the matchups, basically. Because of the
basically,
power,
decks like this, they're not very hard to play against because the opponents should know what they should be doing against you. Like, they are gonna be expecting the big board at some point, and they are gonna have themselves, like, they're probably gonna try hard to discover some big removals. They're probably gonna try to tempo you out in the early turns, that kind of deal. But on these ranks, people don't really handle big boards that well.
Okay. Let me think. I'll be kind of reading the cards along the way because once again, it's my first time playing with this deck. Spend 5 corpses. We're not gonna have corpses, so Zombie Tank is not, I think, a good keep. Yodeler is not a good keep either. I think Baron is very nice.
Yeah, he gives you something to draw with. With this deck, you definitely benefit from bigger hands. I think I'd only consider the Baron, honestly. The Rainbow is okay in certain matchups, but against the Mage, probably okay without it too, so just the Baron.
And we're gonna give a coin, so...
Okay, not amazing.
Yeah, we're not amazing, definitely. Reska is too early.
Let's think about it.
I'm thinking we just Spinel, and that's it.
I'm really not against it. We're not gonna be gaining a bunch of corpses anytime fast, so yeah, let's just Spinel, or whatever the hell that thing is called.
We got a couple of nice targets for Handbuff, so it's not like value lost. We still got Reska, which is nice. Okay, they probably forged the Molten Rune, right?
Most probably.
We don't have a whole lot to play, but I think we coin into Baron, honestly.
I'm okay with it. The Gigantify Geist is also not horrible, but we can probably get a bit more out of it later, so let's go with the Baron for now.
Let's check out the draw.
Okay, that ain't bad.
It ain't bad, yeah.
Yeah, here's the nothing but a face thing. Would be a damn shame if we had lifesteal in here. Soon we will get to use it, but not yet. Okay, we still don't have jack shit in terms of corpses, so this blood tap ain't that amazing. Even though it is gonna give you a full board, I mean not a full board, but 3/3/5s later.
Well, we could try the Geist. I think the toy snatching Geist.
I'm okay with it.
It's not amazing.
It's probably gonna give you a good extra minion. Attacking first is not a very bright idea because you could have gotten yourself Skeletal Sidekick. But we'd never pick a Skeletal Sidekick for -3. I think it's the 6-man idiot.
Stitch and Stew, right?
Yeah, 6 mana.
Yeah.
Okay. Decently discounted. That's about it. But yeah, you don't want to be attacking with something just because it's glowing green. You want to be discovering first so you can actually benefit of potential... Like, we were never going to pick a 1-mana there, but still.
What's a stitch to this? What does it mean? So
it basically gives a death rattle, summon that shit, and the death rattle out of it gets the other free drop stitch to it, and same with the free into the 1.
Okay, what's that? That's something new. I haven't seen that in any of the major decks, I think.
We are actually gonna have to kill this shit because it's kind of big.
Yeah.
Sadly, we don't have a great way to kill both of them, though.
Oh, that's well, we could definitely summon a ghoul to kill one of those. Oh, that's a pretty weird situation here.
It's a bit sucky.
We could play the cool boar, right?
Pretty wishful thinking though. Like it could kill both of them, it could kill neither of them.
True, that is true. Well, we definitely need to kill at least one of them.
I think I'm kind of okay with hero powering plus attacking with the free 2 and one of them. Hero power and the free 2 plus the hero power kill a 2/4. And just play the 2-mana blood tap and go face with the free perhaps. Okay, that's quite the buff we got now. Next turn the Nerubian Swarm Guard is going to be a bunch of 4-drops. Look at him targeting his untargetable minion. Funny.
Blood tap is only 2 corpses. I thought it was like 3 corpses. So we actually got
that was annoying. But... yeah, didn't do all that much. Still
Light show.
50 annoying minion.
Bit painful. Okay, that is a whiff.
Thing. Okay, let's think about it. This 2/2 is definitely very horrible for us indeed. I think I'm okay with killing it off. Yeah, let's Rainbow Seamstress into it indeed.
Yes, Seamstress.
Yeah, kill it off like that, and should we just hero power? Should we just play a salesman? Let's just play a salesman, huh? Okay, that's all. This gives us better card draw, potentially getting the Gnome Muncher and Hollow Hand quicker. In this matchup, we are going to need a little bit of extra healing for sure. You can definitely disenchant those, Revo, but it's probably a good idea to be playing the deck you picked, because you picked it for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's your whole turn, buddy. Sucks to be you, I guess. Wow, massive.
That seems overly expensive for what we did. We've got a Maw and Paw, but it's unbuffed right now. Well,
I mean, we don't play them for them to get buffed, honestly, but it's not super
we don't
amazing.
have good corpse spenders though in our head right now.
Clever, aren't you?
Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to play Stitch and Sue into Fallen Baron.
It is a play. It's not that amazing. I'm actually considering maybe the Amateur Puppeteer. As well as the minion. That's gonna make your hand pretty huge. Downside to this play is we don't really have a Hollow Hound or a Gnome Muncher to get buffed. But I guess it's fine. Yeah, that's about it.
This thing
Where's-
needs to die to get
Yeah.
buffs, though. Yeah. Okay.
He's probably gonna maybe freeze him for a while, but he's gonna have to spend resources on him, so it's not that bad.
That is true. Forged another molten rune. Malfunction.
Okay, he's helping.
He's helping. That is true. That's probably
Muncher
going
would
face.
be lovely.
That's face.
Yup. But he used both the molten runes already, so that's a good chunk of his burn damage. He does have a lot of random in there though, and also Light Show is amped up somewhat. Not big, but getting bigger. The fuck are you doing, stuff, bro?
That was
Questionable.
okay. We have 5 corpses, which is but this guy is not buffed. Sorry. So I don't think it's a good play right now.
That's pretty
Even
mediocre.
though it's glowing yellow, so it's kind of tempting.
Yeah. I think we can start with the Baron, the 3-mana Baron. See if you can.
Culture is not bad at this point because it's 6.
It's decently big, but it ain't really doing all that. I mean, it's kind of doing a decent amount because it is gonna force the opponent into dealing with it. I'm actually wondering if the 6/8 Nerubian Swarm Guard would be the better choice, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and straight up do that and go face. We are definitely in lethal range for him, though, if he gets some nasty stuff. Still has a couple of fireballs in there. Flame geysers. If he gets some discount going with it. Or spell damage with the companion. Oh shit. Okay, that's mildly annoying, but that's damage not in the face, and mana spent not in the face. Fascinating order. Do stuff first, draw second.
He
Literally could have found lethal there.
He still has malfunction, but
malfunction doesn't do shit for him in this case, though. This could be a flame strike. That would be annoying. Okay, he ain't doing much.
Okay, so
Clever, aren't you?
bot tap is not bad.
It's not bad. I wonder if we should start off with a tradable, though. Yeah, let's tradable the Snake Roll, see if the No Muncher decides to come. It does no such thing. I think the Blood Tap is fine. And at this point, I guess the 4-mana Dark Horn Quilter is not a bad idea. Play it on the far right, yeah, and go face with this. You can play it, sure. It's not like he has Frost Nova. He could have discovered Blizzard, though, and that would be a damn shame, because you're gonna lock yourself out of a turn this way, but if this 8/10 survives, he's still dead like that. I guess if we played this Quilter last turn, it would have been a bit better, because these 6/5s didn't do jack shit. Whereas this thing would have dealt 6 damage last turn, 6 damage the turn after, but still.
No, he's desperate for an answer. Does he even have anything that might save him?
Random bullshit go when all else fails. Ain't gonna bullshit itself.
Flame Strike is pretty decent.
It was, wasn't it?
Table flip.
Bullshit. Okay. He bullshitted himself out of this one now, didn't he? There you go. Okay, can we buff it somehow? Nope.
What do we think about Stormguard or another taunt, which is taunt for 2 mana, 2 mana taunt, 5 courses to summon a copy. I think it's pretty good. We can also trade a little bit.
I think we start off with a tradable here because if you actually get no muncher, that's lethal. But you don't. Yeah, I think what you do here is Hollow Hound, 6 mana Hollow Hound, and attack in the middle.
In the middle.
Yes, the
Yeah.
6/6, so you can actually cleave. And if we actually play Reska here, you get to steal the 6/3 that way. No, you don't, because she's too big. Play Reska and kill the 6/3 with it. At least you reduce the amount of damage he can have. And if he kills this, it gives you the 4/2. He's probably gonna use the 4/2 to kill with, but still. It's not like we can expect to steal too much more out of this man. But yeah, we did have lethal out if the Gnome Muncher came by, because if you hero powered a 1/1, he would have been the lowest health enemy because the others were 5 and 6. Why the fuck would you give us the 4/2 like that, idiot? Guess he really wanted to stick the damage there, didn't he? Pretty funny how all of our healing cards are at the bottom 15, by the way. It did not go unnoticed, Blizz. It did not go unnoticed. Shit show. Fuck.
Mage Secret, huh?
Ah, come on, game. That's tradable. We're desperate for the Gnome Muncher. That's not it.
We can trade
Can we
one more
buff
time,
it?
I think.
Yeah, trade one more time. Dog
Only
fucking
casualties
shit.
is not it.
Hold up, hold the phone. I guess this Toy Snatching Geist could give you the Geyser, so let's play at 8 mana.
No, it was. Well.
Now we're fucked. We're fucked.
Maybe try Mo and Paw.
Yeah,
You know,
drop
Mo-
Mo and Paw, but it ain't doing shit. Sad, really sad. Like, very, very annoying how both the Gnome Munchers are deep up our asses here. Very unlikely scenario. Yeah, sure, bro. Good job. You figured it out. Hilarious. Yeah, very, very weird way of curving out, not gonna lie. Could have been much better for us.
Yeah, I think maybe we should have played some power on the board earlier.
We
But
could
I
have
don't-
played it a little bit different indeed. We could have dropped the 6 Quill Boar a little bit earlier indeed to try and bang out a little bit of extra damage. He did get lucky getting that random way to freeze 3 of our big idiots there, but it was very unlikely for him to discover nonsense like that there.
Yeah.
We can do one more game if you like.
Yeah, let's do one more and then call it a day. I'm kind of getting, a little bit of a headache at this point because, quite a lot of learning process and everything.
Yeah, we went through a lot of material. It's gonna be on the exam.
Kind of harder to focus right now, but still,
Yeah.
I think we can do one more.
Against the Hunter.
Scarlet versus Rexa. Let's the hunt.
Hunter, huh?
Who wants to play?
Interesting.
Okay. I think both quilters have to go.
Yeah, I think so too. The Baron can stay though. Get the
Baron
cycle
can
going.
stay, yeah. Baron is nice.
Again, it's gonna be important to find ourselves some of those no munchers and hollow hounds. See if the game is with us
is
this
not
time.
bad, but the curve right now is
Yeah,
is
it's
awful.
horrendous.
Right, so I think all of the Hunter decks actually play snakes, so I'm not sure if it's Secret
That's
Hunter
not a
yet.
bad top deck, but
I think we should play it because otherwise...
I think you should indeed. Like, turn 4 Nerubian Vizier with 2/4s can be pretty huge against these guys. This also allows you to Geist next turn, maybe get yourself a 0 mana free drop.
Yeah.
Okay, seems like a Secret Huntard. How it all started. Doesn't attack. Weird stuff. Okay, that's a pretty nice muncher. I think I'm down for the Geist.
Yeah, Geist is nice, probably.
Well, there's a Cho'Fallen Baron, I guess.
Baron
And
for
you
0
get to
mana
play
is
it.
nice.
Yeah, can't say no to those. That's
Oh,
just a
got a Miracle
Cho'Fallen Baron
Cell.
with extra steps.
Hey, look, we're getting our curve back. A bit too late, but... Still has a banana, but Nerubian Stormguard still sounds pretty good, honestly.
He might be happy to see us, but he definitely has a banana in his pocket. Oh lordy. Well, at least you get to kill it with the shit on the board. So yeah, you definitely want to be double trading that Ziliax with your idiots.
Let's see what we draw. Draw another muncher.
Ain't
What are you
nothing
thinking
wrong with it.
about
It's
Stormguard?
good,
Because I think
it's
pretty
good.
Yeah.
Just contest the board very nicely. We saw last game the opponent didn't really handle well. I mean, we didn't really handle well big taunts like that. You don't really have that much to work with, aside from the random Leok and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, this guy is actually Spell Token Hunter, so you definitely gotta trade all of his minions as fast as you can, because he can give him Death Rattle, summon a random free drop, up to a free drop beast. Okay.
Yodeler. Yodeler, which we don't exactly have a target to play with. We could, I don't know, we could try another Geist.
Yes, but play it in the middle because it's not a taunt and you have a couple of taunts on the board. So play him in the middle.
Let's check out what we're getting. Discover a spell. Or we can forge this, but no, it's
actually not horrible because you also get to kill the Kodo Bane. I'm down to play the 3 mana Eulogizer. But
yeah,
forge it first, indeed. Forge it, yeah. And use it on the 3/5, put it in the middle. And one taunt kills, the other goes space. Like I said, this guy is a Spell Token Hunter, so leaving him with white board is a big no-no, because he gets to get a lot of extra Death Rattles that way, including Jungle Gym damage. Not this guy, because he was not a beast, but normally.
What's his game plan in short?
Go wide, make a very sticky board, chip damage, that kind of deal. They can be very overwhelming with a lot of small shits.
Oh, he's got Misha. Okay, 3 worms.
He's actually gonna burn a card next turn. Pretty sad stuff.
Our Spinel is nice, since it's but what are we gonna play after it?
find the answer.
Want life steal. Maybe something like Spinel. This guy with taunt for 2 mana. Then summon the ghoul and
I'm
trade
not against
Misha.
it. Yeah, sure. You can hero power and trade first with the free 2. But yeah, we can play the 1 mana Spinal. It's not upgraded, but good enough. Put that on the left side and the Miracle Salesman, close enough, and face everything.
Everything goes to face. I think I fucked up a bit with positioning, but it's fine.
Yeah, but it's really not unfuck-upable here because the 2 taunts are summoning next to each other anyway, so he's always going to be able to cleave. When there's more than 2 taunts, it's always going to be messy.
Oh, he's probably gonna play some worms if he has something to follow up with. I have no idea what this deck can and cannot do so. Kind of playing blind.
They're very board-centric, and this guy is not exactly board-centric right now, so he's not very happy.
Yeah.
He's gonna poke a little bit of damage, but he shouldn't really be able to do all that much with this. Yeah, pretty random stuff. Cool. Yeah, he's desperate.
Okay. Death Rattle twice. We can definitely trade the board here. Well, I'm thinking we should trade our Shambling Zombie tank with the Leok, right? We could trade Miracle Salesman with one of the worms. We could summon, and we should probably put out. Oh, no,
If that's what you're doing, let's start with the Salesman into a 4/1 and tradable because you are going to be floating the 1 mana. See what you're working with. Okay, that doesn't change anything. I'm okay with the 4/2 killing the 2/4 and the 2/2 killing the 4/1.
The 3/1, you mean?
Close enough, yeah. And play a no muncher because that goes face. Play it on the left side. Close enough. Again, the first taunt goes on the far left.
Yeah.
Because now, if you play Mining Casualties, the taunt is going to be in the middle.
Yeah. That's something I just have to remember. Honestly.
Doesn't matter much against this opponent, but it honestly still could. Like some Spell Token Hunters even run some of the Big Beast package. You can expect right about anything on these ranks. Set for.
Okay, he's probably gonna have like 1 more banana or something in the hand.
Nope.
Okay.
Set hover noises.
Makes sense.
We can do 1 more game if you like.
Okay, let's do the super last game. Yeah.
For real, for real.
For real this time. Finding games really quickly though.
Okay, against the Palais. Supposedly a bad matchup, but I think we're pretty decent against them. Interesting.
Right. Reska has to go.
I think I kind of like the rest of it though, but yeah, Reska can leave.
Everything else, yeah. Puppeteer, it's nice. It's a bit on the expensive side, but it's nice.
Yeah, and we are on the coins, so it's technically a 4-drop potentially. So I think it's just Reska goes. We're against the Pally. I'm expecting him to be Handbuff Pally, so we gotta be toe-to-toe with his bullshit. Sad turn 1 noises. Hard pass. Okay, he's tempo in. You can just hero power 1 of them for now. The zombie is okay-ish, but really not that amazing. I'd rather do it later. Yep. Okay, this guy is indeed Flood Pally, so we're in danger, but I think we should be able to handle. Especially if Hollowhound decides to join the chat. So far, he does no such thing. Chill Fallen Baron should be fine for now. Next turn we coin out the Puppeteer. Okay, congratulations, you've discovered yourself, that's all. Really hope he doesn't have the aura. Proceeds to have the aura. The bitch.
That's a nice draw for him.
Couldn't have asked for much more, even if he tried. Trade the Chill Fallen Baron into a not Death Rattle 3-2, I'd say. And coin out. If you actually do that, hold up. If we Puppeteer here, we're burning the top deck. I mean, no, you're not. It's just Puppeteer, yeah. Puppeteer, next turn you get to play the Nerubian Swarm Guard. That's gonna tank a little bit of damage. That's all. Pretty sad we get 0 healing again.
That's pretty painful.
Oh wow. Well,
wow.
That was a little bit too quick for him now, wasn't it?
That
Sad
does it.
stuff. Well, he had all the curve he asked for, we had 0 early game. What else would happen there, Chief? What you gonna do? Yeah, definitely the deck is fun, but it does struggle against super early game aggression, and this guy had all of it, as one does. Alrighty, man, all around good stuff. We definitely went through a lot of stuff with you. Several different decks, a lot of game concepts and whatnot. You should be playing the game with a little bit more open-mindedness from here on out.
Yeah.
Like, you saw the things you should be thinking about during your mulligans, you saw the things you should be thinking about before you start playing, how to sequence your turns better, how to look for lethals before you start doing crap. All of that nonsense is gonna help you just be a better Hearthstone player in general, and it should get you climbing in no time. You already gold 2, so surely you're gonna be reaching plat in no